The gallery is at Somerset House, live from Somerset House. We are at the London Original Print Fair, and this is the room of the Rebecca Hossack Gallery with some of our best printmakers. This picture is a monotype by Sophie Charalambous, a really remarkable artist who is known for her paintings, but also an exceptional printmaker, as you can see from this. This is a village in her hometown, or near her hometown of Cyprus. And Sophie, who has an affinity with trees, and often we go walking in Regent's Park in the morning and looking at trees, has depicted this ancient tree which grew out of a well in the village. And the old tree became, originally, it was of great pagan significance, but in recent time, it has been bedecked by Christians, tying little bits of coloured rag to the tree and making wishes and prayers. And this lovely, extraordinary couple here were taken from a childhood book that Sophie loved of old photographs of people living on her island. But the actual technical virtuosity of this print is quite remarkable, the way the lacy weaving of the tree branches, and then the little clusters of colours, almost like angel wings, and then these strong, powerful, eternal looking faces of the villagers. That is a monotype, a one-off print, and here we have an Australian artist. As ever, the Rebecca Hossack Gallery is very international and eclectic in its taste. We have a wonderful, wonderful lino cut by David Fraser. He is probably, I think it's fair to say, the best printmaker in Australia, and indeed he has just done a big exhibition with the singer Nick Cave, which will be opening at the gallery next month. In this piece, David starts carving the lino in one corner and he never knows where it's going to lead him. And this is the countryside around his home outside Castlemaine in Victoria, which is also my home state. But being such a virtuoso, David can turn his hand to any medium. And here you see him having produced another scene of the same countryside in an etching, a really beautiful etching with thick intaglio and amazing mark making. Andrew uses handmade Japanese paper, and then he carves woodblocks using the traditional Japanese woodblock technique. And he is starting to create the whole alphabet. It's so charming and wonderful, but each one of these takes him up to 4 weeks. First he prints the black, then he recarves the block and prints the blue, then he recarves, prints the brown, and then the pink and the red, and so on. The reason that we don't have the full alphabet is because they are so painstaking and take so long. But I just love K for kiss and X for extra. I'm not a minimalist. This beautiful, beautiful piece by Andrew Mockett is Tipu's Tiger. And many of you will know that Tipu's Tiger is a favourite sculpture in the Victoria and Albert Museum. Andrew has used the medium of the old chapbook, woodcut books that were used before people could read, that were taken round to villages and told stories. And in this one, he has used that medium but extrapolated and done this wonderful, wonderful hand-painted print of Tipu being devoured by Sultan Tipu's tiger. Of course, something very, very dear to my heart are these 3 silkscreen prints by the Aboriginal artist Jimmy Pike, who was a great friend of mine and used to come to the gallery on many occasions. Sadly, he died, but his work lives on, and a huge body of it has now been is now being put in a museum that's being built in Canberra, Australia. You can see here Jimmy, who was born in the Great Sandy Desert, painting his country. These lines represent the Gilgi, the sand hills, which are often 30 metres high. And in the picture above, you see the concentric circles, which represent the Gila, the water holes, the living water, without which one is unable to survive in the desert. Jimmy's sense of colour, I mean, these were done, I think, in the early 90s. They look more contemporary, even though they're sort of 35, almost 40 years old. They look more contemporary now than when they were done. His sense of colour is so remarkable. So, if you are in London this weekend, please come to Somerset House and see the London Original Print Fair. And happy weekend.